Education is the basic fuel for our well-being. Education has guided us from the dark ages into the world of color and beauty.
So we cannot allow history to repeat itself. 6 million Jews. We have 60 of those survivors here in the Valley. So it's extremely important to have a place for them and to make sure that their stories of survival are remembered.
I was always attached, very attached to my parents. I lost my mom. Unfortunately, she went to Drancy and then Auschwitz, and that she was killed.
My brother and I were born in Leipzig, Germany. They claimed that we were not Germans, that we have no right to be German citizens.
Even the children, we had to wear stars.
We were lucky for some strange reason. We never were separated until the ghetto was liquidated. When the ghetto was liquidated, my mom was sent to Camp Plaszow, and it was the first time that we were actually separated from any member in the family.
I was hidden 9 months in a cellar with no lights, just with a carousel lamp.
Our peaceful existence came rapidly to an end.
I felt very bad. I understood that life not gonna be as good as before.
My dad, he would say, stay strong. Stay strong, he said, and he even would repeat continuously, stay strong because you have to fight for your freedom and you have to fight to be accepted. But, he says, don't use your fists because fists get you into trouble.
They should never get to repeat what I went through. It shouldn't never happen again.
Well, that's why I think the passage of House Bill 2241 is so important. We believe that the education of our young people are our hope for the future. And we believe that they must learn about current and past genocides. And that's why the bill requires the teaching of the Holocaust and other genocides at least twice between 7th and 12th grades.
I get emotional because the only thing I think about is the fact that time fleets and our survivors aren't getting any younger. So I'm really fortunate to have a legislature work together with our governor to have this form of legislation. When you look into the eyes of a survivor when they're telling their story and recounting through retrieval cues their own trauma of what they experienced during the Holocaust, you feel a little bit of that pain. And so one day, soon, they'll be gone. And the students that are in our classrooms right now are the last generation that will hear their stories.
My whole life, I get up in the morning with my story and I go back to bed with my story. I don't have to read my story. My story is in my heart. And in the morning and at night, it's always there. I can never forget that. I go to school and tell my story, and I tell them, I give them a message. Love your family. You have only one family in a lifetime. Be respectful and be positive. And the schools is very, very important for the school to know what happened and that it should never happen again.
Sadly, there were survivors who worked on the bill who've died in the past year, and they're not here to rejoice in this achievement. So it's just so important that we passed it now while we still have survivors who can feel good about their work. Oscar Knobloch, who has a message today. I believe he testified for 3 years. He testified in person, he testified via Zoom. And I'm just glad Oscar can see that it passed.
So yes, I would like to really thank all the people for believing in education. This is important, that we must remember the past in order to shape the future.